Hey, good morning, guys. Shannon here. Tuesday morning. Just dropped my kids off at school here, and something I was thinking about was what are your boundaries? What are some things in your life that you have hard boundaries on, or what are some things in your life that you need to set boundaries on? I've always left work get in the way of some of the things that were I thought were priorities to me, but I always let work trump them. One of them being my kids, one of them making sure that, hey, I spend time with them, take them to school, spend time with them each night. And that was something I struggled with for a long time because I always thought, oh, well, they're young. I can just, they're not going to remember this time. And, oh, well, I just got to get through this next point and we'll get there. I just have to make this sacrifice and I'll get there. And that's something I really regret, and I've made a lot of changes here in the last year with that, is making sure I get my priorities straight and set boundaries. Even to the extent, I mean, I know some people don't even let their cell phones in the bedroom at night for the simple reason of, waking up or being disturbed, or, just getting a good night's sleep and stuff, especially if you have a significant other, wife, fiance, whatever, that, hey, they don't want to be bothered either. They don't want to see that you're always working, and work always comes first. So there needs to be some hard boundaries. But even outside of work, what boundaries do you have in your life with family, friends, just even coworkers and stuff? For a long time there, I wouldn't even accept friend requests and stuff on Facebook from people I worked with, just because I try to keep that so separate, work and my private life. But over time, that boundary kind of broke down a little bit because I was just kind of like, you know what, I have nothing to hide from people, and going from there. But it's something to think about, though, is setting boundaries in your life. Family members can be a hard one to set boundaries with because it's like, oh, you don't want to hurt them, you don't want to overstep yourself. But sometimes boundaries with family members can be the best things. I don't talk finances with my family. I don't talk, what I do at work with my family, because it's just one of those things where I leave it separate. Growing up in a family business where business and work was pretty much all you talked about at the dinner table, on vacation, no matter where you were, it was always work, 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 work. And I don't want that. Even when I owned my bakery, it was the same thing. It was um, Betsy and I worked together 24 hours a day, and then we'd go home and we'd talk about work some more. We'd go on vacation, we talk about some more. We'd go out to eat, we talk about work some more. And it was just nonstop all the time. It was something that I was determined here over the last year just to get out of my life and set hard boundaries, because I know what it did to my relationship with Betsy and ultimately cost a divorce. But um, even with significant others, though, I mean, you have to have that communication, and you have to have those boundaries of, hey, I won't work between this time and this time, or, between this time and this time, the cell phone goes on silence. I know with my significant other right now, one of our boundaries is when we go out to eat or when we're at the dinner table, no cell phones at the dinner table anymore. I mean, we have them sitting there, but until it's done, we're done eating, and hey, everything, we have a real conversation about life. We're not on our cell phones at the dinner table, and I think that's great. I think that opens up a lot of communication there. But even setting boundaries for your kids, setting boundaries for people at work is something that you just really need to think about as well as you go through life, because it can make up for a better life and just a better peace of mind, and getting that break of, hey, social media is crazy. Social media is one of the best things in the world, and it's also one of the worst things in the world, because people just consistently on it all the time. But outside of the social media technology, set boundaries in your life, whether it's talking to other people and setting boundaries of what you share and what you don't share, as far as that goes. Setting boundaries as far as how you let people treat you, even. That's probably the big one. That was probably a big one for me. The wonderful thing about life is you can walk away from anybody at any time if you don't like how they treat you. And other people don't get to tell you how you feel. And that's something that kind of hit me hard when I heard it, was I don't get to tell other people how they feel, and they don't get to tell me how I feel. If I feel a certain way, it's because I feel that way. And whether it's you made me feel that way or somebody else made me feel that way, that's how I feel. And that's how you will feel. And that's something that some people just gotta, you know, it's a hard concept to grasp. Is feelings are internal, and everybody has different feelings. And just because I don't think maybe, hey, I don't feel that way when that I hear that, doesn't mean you're not going to feel that way when you hear it. So just be conscious of that too. That's something that you just really should keep in the back of your mind when you say something. Because even if you say, well, I'm not offended if someone would say that to me, doesn't mean the person you're saying that to won't be offended either. But it goes on to the same line of boundaries. Just set hard boundaries. Don't let other people treat you like crap. And stand your ground. Keep those boundaries hard. It's sometimes tough. It's sometimes easy to fall back to where you were, but boundaries are definitely a good thing. So you guys have a good day. Don't forget to follow me, Shepherds Consulting, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any questions, drop me a line on here. Shoot me an email at shannon@shepherdsconsultinggroup.com. You guys have a good day. Stay warm.